Hi, welcome back to Zach of All Trades. I'm Zach, and today I'm going to try to get my temporary workshop dried in and useful. So I may have gotten a little carried away, and while you guys weren't watching, I went ahead and drug one of the sheets of OSB from my old shed, my failed arch shed, over here to start plugging up the hole in the end. So that's where we're going to start today. I'm simply going to attach this piece of OSB over here to the poles on the corners, there and there. I may run a couple of long screws just barely into the bark of the tree there to hold it a little bit steady, and we'll go from there. Seems my screws aren't long enough to quite reach the tree, so I'm not going to put a screw in the middle. And now, since it's snowing and I've got some shelter, I'm going to go ahead and bring my sawhorses in here and my temporary workbench so that I can cut this 4 foot by 4 foot square piece of OSB and fill up the triangular hole in the end. This is terrible. Guess I may have gotten a little premature with the lights there. Alright, now we need a floor. I got a good idea. You might be asking why I need a floor, and the answer is simple. Sooner or later, things are going to thaw out around here, and this is probably all going to turn to mud. I hope to have something a little bit more substantial built by then, but just in case I don't, I want to make sure I have a way to keep my stuff and myself up out of the mud and the muck. I will lose a little bit of headroom by doing this, but I think it will be worth it. And right about now I can hear two questions. Why in the heck did you build this shop right over the top of a stump? And why don't you just cut out the stump? Well, allow me to enlighten you. It just so happened that the two trees that were the right distance apart and oriented correctly had a stump somewhat in between them. And as to why I didn't just dig around it and cut it flat with the chainsaw, I had visions of mounting something to it, like an anvil or a vise or something like that. I wound up not doing that, but it still seemed like just a whole lot of unnecessary fuss for something that I can just work around. Yeah. And there we have it. It's not exactly luxurious, but I think it's kind of cool. And here it is with some stuff crammed into it. Mostly just the essentials, but I've got everything in here that I need to operate and a place to keep all my stuff. And check out what I did with that stump. I figured out that if I put the sawhorses over the top of it, it makes a perfect 4x4 table. And then the stump is down there for putting a box on. Also, I did somewhat haphazardly enclose half of the entrance end of it, and that's mostly just to keep blowing snow or rain or wind out of the entrance of it. So that's about as fancy as I'm going to get with this thing. It is functional. It's going to keep my stuff dry, and man, it's getting sunny outside. There's lots of projects that I need to take care of outside rather than building this shop. More on this shop, I guess. Thank you for watching. I hope it inspired you. See you later.